Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So today I want to talk about shopping, clothes, and wardrobe and all of that. I mean, that's not my area. And when I say that's not my area, that's not like on this YouTube channel. That's not really, what I talk about. I'm not like a lifestyle blogger, with like hauls and all of that. I did one haul ever. It was an Old Navy haul, and it actually, to date, it has the most views of any video that I've ever done, which was surprising to me. But anyway, no, I just want to talk about spring. Of course, the spring is here, and this is when we really get to wear nice clothes. I mean, I love the fall. I love the clothes in the fall. Don't get me wrong, but I also like clothes in the spring. Because they're nice and girly and bright colors and things like that. So, I had purchased, I like classics. I like classic pieces. And this goes back to my years I was in the fashion industry, actually, in my early years. And if you read, or not read, if you watch all my videos around my trip to Paris, there's a whole playlist of why I went to Paris and all. It's all about me being in the fashion industry in my, early 20s and all. And I've worked for some showrooms, and I was in it. I was in that world. And I wore more designer clothing back then. Because that's what you wore. You're in the fashion industry, so you need to look the part. So then after years later, and again, I have a whole video on me leaving the fashion industry and just getting into regular life, because I did not like the culture of the industry and just how cutthroat they were and all of that. So yeah, so I got way away from that type of clothing. And years ago I used to work for Ann Taylor, and if you know anything about Ann Taylor, it is an upscale women's store, like the original Ann Taylor. I used to work there, and I would tell you that somewhere between 60 and 80% of my clothing still to this day come from Ann Taylor. And actually I shop now. I shop more at the Ann Taylor, they have a factory store, and they have a factory store, which is like their outlet store. So I shop there. That's my store. And I feel like they get me. But again, years ago I worked for Ann Taylor, so I was in sales, I was in management, that's just my vibe. And again, it's a classic look, the good quality clothing, and but classics, some neutrals, some brights, some color, but a lot of neutrals. They have, career, business clothing, and all. That's just my store. So I noticed that my wardrobe consists of a lot of career clothes, like skirts and tops and just business clothing. And over the last few years, like I felt like I wanted to kind of get away from that, because people weren't really dressing like that anymore, at least in my office and in my circle of influence. I mean, that's nice to wear for an interview, but just in an everyday going to the office, people just weren't dressing like that. They were dressing more casual. Like that's when the whole business casual came, in and all. So over the last couple of years or whatever, I've tried to kind of pull away from that, corporate look. And more recently, and again, I tend to always go with skirts, skirts and tops, and like like some kind of jacket, or like right now I have on a cardigan. It's a thin, like summer cardigan, but it's a cardigan. So I would wear like a cardigan in lieu of a jacket. I don't really wear like a jacket anymore, but I'll wear a cardigan. And so yeah. So recently I had purchased, and part of this was for my trip to Paris, and even after I came back, I had purchased, like, I always like to have a classic pair of black pants. Like, you can wear black pants in the summer, winter. You can wear them with a crispy white shirt. You can wear them with, like, what are you doing? What are you gonna ride on the side of the road? You can wear them with a crispy white shirt. You can wear them with bright colors. You can wear them with anything, but a nice pair of black trousers has always been great. So I bought myself, again, for my trip to Paris, I bought myself some, what I thought was trousers, and again, I'm going with a different quality now, so I'm not, doing the whole Ann Taylor or, business clothes. I'm buying clothes that are, less expensive and just kind of more casual. So and I'm not a big person on reading labels. I'm just not, and also reading directions. It's to me, it's the same thing. Reading labels, reading directions. I'm like, I know how to wash clothes. So I would just kind of throw these clothes in the washer, cold water, and then throw them in the dryer. No tumble dryer, no light. Just throw them in the dryer. They'll be fine. And the first pair, I remember I tried them on after I washed them, and of course they were high waters. They did not fit anymore. Like the size was okay. They were, of course, a little tighter than they were originally, but it was more the length. I mean, I'm 5'6", so I'm definitely not petite. So the length has to be right. And the length has to be right. So tried them on after I shrunk them and realize I shrunk them. And I was like, dang, I shrunk these pants. And they were great. I loved them. That first pair of black pants, loved them. And I was like, dang, shoot. So okay, that was them. And then I bought another pair. And this pair I got for an incredible price. It was on clearance at Old Navy. $5.99. They were like the cut of them, like how they fit on me, because it takes a lot, I can't just throw on anybody's pants. They fit great. They had pockets. The feel of the fabric was great. It was like a polyester blend, but it was a nice, it had a nice feel to it. Did the same thing, shrunk them. They were high waters. And I was like, what? And I still didn't stop there. I had a third pair of black classic pants. I forget where the third pair came from. Same thing, threw them in a washer. And cold water. But I did the same dry, and they shrunk. So I had 3 pair of black pants that shrunk, and then I had a tan pair of pants. Same thing, exact same thing. All 3 pairs shrunk. They're too short. I can fit them. I can fit in them, but the length is too short. So I'm like really pissed right now, and I'm pissed at myself. I'm just like, I'm pissed. And so I'm telling a coworker, and so she tells me, this is what you need to do. You need to rewash them and then hang them dry. Don't even try to put them in the dryer, just hang them dry. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me try that. So I go home, I try that. It doesn't work. They still fit the same way. And so I'm like, shoot, that's, I wasted my money. And again, one pair were $5.99. The other pair, I don't know, they might have been $7.99, because a couple of them I did get from Old Navy when I did my haul. And they were very inexpensive. Oh, excuse me. But one pair I remember I got from Kohl's, and they were a little more expensive. So it was just like, it was a waste of money. And years ago, when I was really shopping at Ann Taylor and wearing more designer clothes, I would never think of washing my clothes, like, unless it was just like a little flimsy top or something. Most of my clothes went to the dry cleaners. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to start going back to the dry cleaners. Like, I can't just throw my clothes in the washer and the dryer anymore. Like, I'm gonna have to go to the dry cleaners. And so today I went to Nordstrom Rack. Now, I'm not a Nordstrom Rack person. My sister loves Nordstrom Rack. She swears by them. But I've gone there before. I think I bought maybe a coat from there or something like that. Raincoat. But I've just never, gotten into them. And so, went there today. saw these slacks. I saw a couple pair of slacks. I was like, let me try these on. Tried them on. They fit great. They had a nice flare to them. I was like, okay. They were a little more expensive than what I was looking to pay. You know, because again, I paid $5.99 and $7.99 for the other pair. So they were like $26, which, you know, is not a whole lot, but in comparison, it was more. But I'm like, I need to step it up. So I got them. And my plan is to you know, like, I mean, I'm not going to buy 3 more pair of black pants for the summer. But what's great about a good pair of black slacks that have a good, you know, like, they're good fabric and they're not too thin. They're not like a thin linen for the summer. They have some weight to them, just a little, you know. You can wear them in the spring, maybe not in the summer, like in 90-degree weather, but you can wear them in the spring, the fall, definitely the fall, and the winter, and really get your money's worth. So I got these. I didn't even look at the label to see what it said, but I bet you it's probably dry clean only, because they definitely are a better quality. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, that's what I did today. I got those, and so I plan over the weekend. This is my weekend. I go down to Atlantic City. I go on Sunday, on Mother's Day. So between today and tomorrow, you know, I have a pedicure tomorrow morning, but after that, I plan to maybe go to a couple outlets maybe, and see if I can find, because I have tons of tops. Like, I have a gazillion tops, but I don't have bottoms, whether it be a skirt or pants. I don't have a whole lot of pants to, you know, switch up. So I plan on, you know, getting some nice things to add to my wardrobe, and then I'm going to take care of them, and I'm going to, whatever that means, if that means to dry clean them, or if that means I have to wash them in cold water and then hang them dry, whatever that looks like is what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to spend any more money, you know, on something that I'm only wearing one time and then I can't fit it because I have shrunk it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because I'm excited. I'm excited about my trip to Atlantic City, but I'm also excited about getting some new clothes, some new pieces. And now that I've lost some weight, you know, when you lose weight, you wanna have some new clothes, and you want, like, if you're wearing the same clothes after you lose weight, you feel like you're still the same size, pretty much. And then your clothes don't fit, and it's, you know, it's all awkward and everything. So, yeah, so I'm excited. I'm going to, and I'm not going to be shopping at stores. Like, one of the pair of pants that I just got them right before my trip, my work conference that I went to. I got them for that. They were cheap. I mean, and when I say cheap, they were cheap quality. I got them from Ross. And not to dog Ross out, you know, everything has its purpose, but I don't need to be shopping in no Ross. Like, that's not my store, clearly, because that stuff is cheap. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's just my little chit chat today about what's going on with me in terms of my wardrobe and just trying to get it together for the summer. And I will talk with you guys later. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a blessed day. Comment below, what is your wardrobe looking like these days? Take care. God bless.